Happy Tuesday, my beautiful, lovely nobodies. Welcome to every single one of you psychics, you intuitives, you healers, those of you who just know what you know, those of you who get downloads from spirit. Welcome. Guys, I am jumping on for a weekly reading. I was preparing for this reading. So many things were going crazy, like the audio was going crazy, the plugs were acting up, and then right before the reading, like I'm in Atlanta, it's like you ever hear the ancestors say, or the elders say, it's like the sky just fell out, like something just fell out of the sky. It is thunderstorming, it is raining so hard. So I apologize if any of the audio is off. I have like microphone right here to add to the sound because it is so loud. It is thundering, and I don't know if it's lightning out there. It is raining so hard. So I don't know where you are in the world. I hope that you're having an amazing day so far. I just didn't expect this storm to come in. And it really could be an intentional energy that I was supposed to pick up before your reading. Maybe there's a storm or raging in your life. I do not know what it is. We're going to tap into it. However, I'm glad that you're here. So welcome to every one of you. Guys, if you have not already subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. If you feel like anything that you get here resonates with you, click that notification bell if you would like to get the readings as soon as I drop them. Follow me on Instagram at lovelyknowbody. And yeah, if you guys want to get a reading from me, information is in the description box of this video as well as the about section of my channel. It is so loud outside. I don't know if y'all can hear it. It's not intimidating, but it's just like psychic fairs. The ones that I do psychic fair on the second Saturday, third Saturday of every month. I'll put links to those in my description box below of this video as well. I want to jump into this reading. I'm excited. I don't know. I already had kind of an idea what I was going to talk about today because the energy that was coming in when I was meditating on what I might talk to you guys about today, God kept just saying like suddenly, like God is about to do something suddenly in your life. This is the season of suddenly. So it could be on both sides. You guys know I try to give you guys both sides to every coin. There's yin and yang to everything. There's positive and negative to everything. There's good and bad to everything, right? There's peace and then there's war. So suddenly, maybe sudden little things may start to happen in your life, whether good or bad. So some of you are about to be in your suddenly season where little miracles come out of nowhere. Little, bursts of inspiration, bursts of things that are working out, bursts of opportunities are coming into your life. Suddenly, you didn't expect it maybe. The other side of the coin is little things that you might consider negative may be starting to happen suddenly in your life. Little pop-ups out of nowhere, little things that we were not expecting to happen are happening. What I do know is that all of these things are probably designed to get you to your intended goal. So I want to tap into it. I was quickly drawn to this. I have this note on my desk, and Spirit just drew my attention to it. So you guys know if you've been following me since, 2021 when I started this channel, I call spirits the gang, God, the divine, our ancestors, those that just pull up for you from the light, your spirit animals. I call them the gang. Okay, we appreciate them. We love them. This little paper that I have notes all over. I keep visuals. I'm a very visual learner. I'm a very visual person. I'm a great storyteller, so I like visuals. And so I keep this around my desk, but it says gang, right? You all are my library and I am the reader. And I wrote thank you. Okay. That's an acknowledgement to my spirits that there's no way that I could do this. There's no way I could bring these messages to you guys. There's no way that I could do this without the support of spirit, okay? So I definitely acknowledge, every gift that I have, those things that I do with the least of my effort. I know those are my gifts. Maybe I'm saying that to you guys. Maybe I'm saying that so that maybe you guys can understand. There's a lot of things that you guys just do amazingly. And I want you to know that your spirits are all supporting you. Your spirits are all rooting for you. Your spirits are working with you and through you every single day, whether you guys believe that or not. I mean, you wouldn't be here watching this video if you didn't believe that. I mean, unless you're just here to be petty and spy on me for no reason that's effective. And I don't think that. But what I am saying is that you guys are here for spiritual purposes. Tap into your gangs. Tap into your spirits. Tap into your ancestors. For those of you who have been following me, you guys know that a few years ago I lost my mom. I have my mom's picture right on my desk. I tap into my spirits. I'm not scared to look beyond the veil. I'm not scared to get help from anything, anyone. So I'm excited about this reading today, guys. Suddenly, what is God is about to do suddenly in your life? Is it happening in love? Is it happening in career? Is it happening in finances? Is it happening with family? What type of suddenly energies are about to come into your life? That's what I want to tap into today. I got to get a sip of water, and just me wanting to take a sip of water during this reading. It's giving me the energy of some of you guys might need to get your hydration going. Some of you guys may be dehydrated, or that may be coming up for some of you. I want to tap in, and I want to see, and I'm not going to focus on a particular area. I know last week I talked about family, career, money, but I don't know what's going to come into this reading. So whatever area of your life Spirit wants you guys to focus on, draw your attention to, that's what I want to come into this reading. Guys, remember, time is very fluid. Energy is very fluid. I'm giving you puzzle pieces today. It is your duty, your due diligence to put these puzzle pieces where they go. Don't make a story fit for you that it doesn't resonate, because you'll just go down a rabbit hole to nowhere. So only take what is for you, leave the rest for the person that it is for. So let's get into this reading and see what God has for you this week coming towards you. Spirit, what messages do you have for these beautiful, lovely nobodies coming towards them this week? I'm going to take, these are major energies, guys. I'm going to just take 3 cards, okay, because this is a lot. We start out with the Emperor, which is, if you guys know tarot, this is the highest masculine energy in the entire deck, and it's in the reverse. Sign of Aries, possibly. I was feeling a little bit of Taurus. There's a bull in the background. Bull is the sign of Taurus. So Taurus or Aries might be heavy in this reading. This could be about a connection between a Taurus and Aries. But we got the Emperor in the reverse, okay? We also got the King of Swords in the reverse, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. And then we end this reading with the Moon. The Moon. The Moon. What is hidden? What needs to be revealed? What are you, like, there's this energy of what someone is maybe perceiving is maybe not how a thing is. Sign of Cancer or Pisces, either one of those. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, but this sign is represented in the tarot by the sign of Cancer. We know Pisces is ruled by the moon, so water sign heavily. What I can say is the very first thing that I see for a lot of you guys, I'm telling you right now, 2025, those of you who are in dead-end jobs, those of you who know that the intellectual part of you that you know will make you money and resources, that will take you to the next level in career. Some of you guys know that where you are, those gifts are not being able to be highlighted. Some of you guys know that you've been in working with someone or working in something or in a connection. I'm looking at business first. If this applies to your relationship, guys, feel free to put it if it applies for your relationship. However, I do want to say, be careful of staying in something too long, especially a career, because somebody here, I feel like there's something bigger that's calling you, and it could be tied to your creative side. We start with the sign of Aries, which is a fire sign, which is part of the planet of the planet of creativity, the planet of inspiration, right? The sector of ideas and taking action towards those things. And even in this Emperor card, I'm going to show it to you in the upright, even though it came in the reverse, so you can see what I mean. First of all, there's a chess piece in this card. So it indicates there's a need to kind of like strategy. Strategy needs to be made in order to get a thing done here. But it comes in the reverse. Emperor in the reverse could also signify a very controlling energy. Someone who there may be some abuse of power tied to whatever you guys are tied to. Could you be abusing the power that you have either in your career or in whatever this area this might be tied to? But I'm definitely getting this energy, especially with the Emperor and the King of Swords. I feel like there's a huge disassociation with what someone wants to do and what they are doing, okay? You ever heard the saying, and I remember this is from when I was a child, like, don't talk about it, be about it. There's a whole lot of either you talking to the universe about something that you want to tackle. I feel like it has to do with business or a job or a career or something that's tied to you paying your bills, okay? It's like you talking about it, you telling spirit about it, you looking at things that have to. And you know what? This is already kind of aligned with the reading that I did last week. So guys, if you watched the reading, if you watched the reading last week and it resonated with you, today's reading is also for you. If this resonates with you, then I'm about to speak about today, go back to last week's reading and look at that one as well. Don't talk about it, be about it. Some of you guys, some of your suddenly will happen when you take a leap, when you decide, when you make a choice, when you make a decision. Some of you guys are lying to yourselves that the job that you have, that you love, the job that you have or what you're doing for work, that you're cool with continuing to work there. Some of you guys are working a job and trying to get to, I don't know, what is this, 30, 40 years to retirement age or pension age. And what are you going to do then? It's like there's this energy of somebody, I don't know if this is coming towards you, or there's this energy of if somebody doesn't make a move, Spirit is about to make sure that what you're not moving moves, right? Tower could come in today's reading as well. I said that last week and it did show up, very last card in the reading. I predicted it last week. It may or may not come up, but what I will say is this moon indicates that part of why someone isn't making a decision about, I feel, taking a lift when it comes to their career path is, in this card, she's under the water. And I know there's a guidebook to all tarot decks. In this card, the artist, basically what he says about this card is that she's underwater. And one of these is hers. One of these is her wolf. But she won't come up. She won't come up from under the depths. Right? This could be feelings, emotions. This could be the things that she's telling herself about why she won't come up or why she won't take the leap to choose which one of these animals is hers. Okay. So what I will say is some of you guys, I do feel like it could be fear of the unknown. There could be something that you're holding back from deciding on doing when it comes to your money, your career, or your career paths. But a lot of it, I feel, is fear of the unknown. But some of it's what you're telling yourself. It's what you're telling yourself. It's like, I'm not going to make a move to do that because what if I make a move and it's wrong? What if I take the leap and I fall? What if I take that chance, that opportunity, and I'm not hearing all the things that I need to hear enough for me to do it? So some of y'all, it's like y'all's company has not devalued you enough times yet for you to leave. Meaning these things have already transpired. I feel multiple times. That Emperor in the reverse, King of Swords in the reverse, it gives me that somebody's working a job and you got an issue with the job that you're working, but I don't know if you're working your way out of the job, right? I don't know if you're like, you have qualms with things that are going on in the company or that are going on with people in the company, but you're not going to anyone saying anything about it. Okay? This could be a relationship. You got issues going on in your relationship. You don't want to say anything about it. You don't want to do nothing about it, but you got an issue with it. This has a lot to do with taking action. And I can't go back to the overarching energy of this reading suddenly. So I'm telling you, some of you guys that keep ignoring things, something suddenly is about to happen to make you either straighten up, make you choose the path, it's like the universe is about to decide if some of you guys don't choose to do something here. I'm going to clarify these cards, but you guys know I like to bring in information intuitively before I pull anything because it's just going to confirm. With all of this detached energy between these two energies, this could be actually two people. So this could be two people and both of them show up as masculine. And so if this is a relationship, I'll quickly jump to relationship. If this is a relationship, it could be same sex. So you guys could be part of the LGBT community, LGBTQ. You know all the letters. No shade at all. I really don't know all of the letters. You get what I'm saying. This could be same-sex relationship. This has to do with, but heavy on masculine energy. Heavy on masculine energies that have opposing views. Heavy on masculine energy to where there's this bumping of heads. 5 of Wands might show up in the reading. I just saw it in my mind's eye, but it really could show up. Or anything that has to do with the number 5. Number 5 could be a signifying number for you as well because 5 is just totally popped up into my vision. So you could be born in the 5th month. So in May, you could be born on the 5th of the month, right? Whatever this is that you have been doing, you could have been in a job for 5 years, that's a dead-end job. And I'm not saying dead-end as in you don't make money. Dead-end, when I say this in the area of a career, it means that you have beat the level of that job. You have done it. You could do it 10 times over. There's no more growth in it. At this point, you could just train people to do what you do, but there's no further that you can go, right? Unless you take your boss's job, right? These types of energies are what I'm feeling. And then also in this King of Swords cards, there's an owl. Owls in the tarot do symbolize wisdom, okay? There could be the energy because it's in the reverse of somebody that has gotten wisdom. Like, you've seen the light, you've come to a conclusion, you know what's best for you, you know that where you are isn't where you should be. Maybe people have come across your path who have also given you some added wisdom about this situation that you're here for today, and you're ignoring it. You're not doing anything about it. You're sitting down on it. Even in both of these cards, they're sitting down, okay? So in the reverse, God is like, get up and do something about it. Stop talking about how you hate these people at work. Stop talking about how these people trigger you at your job. Do something about it. Get up. Go find another job. Go look for another job. Go say something. Go to the higher ups. Go to HR. Go ask how you can move up. There is the energy of being so afraid, again, of what's beyond the veil that we don't even go. Also, I will say, for some of you guys, going back to this suddenly energy with two masculine energies who are both showing up in the reverse. And the King of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, again, doesn't have to be. It's communicator. But in the reverse, we're communicating completely improperly. We're either evading conversations. We either are talking nasty, being nasty. Our energy is nasty. Same thing with the Emperor in the reverse. So what I will say is, some of you guys could be suddenly popping off on a lot of people. Some of your responses to people are suddenly or in a suddenly manner, which means you're too impulsive when you speak. You don't think before you speak. The King of Swords, I've already said, as well as an Emperor, because the Emperor beat the level of the King of Swords, which is what made him an Emperor. The Emperor is 4 kings combined. This is one of the kings, okay? So what I will say, for some of you guys, a part of why your money is looking funny or your title is where it is and it refuses to elevate is because you don't know how to communicate, first of all, to yourself, and you also don't know how to receive information, process that information, and then allow that information to let what comes out of your mouth be effective, okay? So I'm getting a lot of people that might be taking information in, and we either take it as rejection, we either take it as resistance, we either take it as, because remember, suddenly, we quickly take it as something being wrong, and maybe it was never what we thought, okay? So be careful of getting triggered by people, be careful of calling a situation something when it may not be that, and for a lot of you guys, be careful with telling yourself, oh, this job is not as bad as I think it is. It does make me money, but it stresses you out, right? You are now on antidepressants because you work that job, right? You got to come home every day and you got to crack that beer open or drink that alcohol because of the stresses of the job. And I'm not hating on anybody that drinks or does anything, but if the reason why you're doing it is tied to a negative energy, it is a demonic energy. It is a bad attachment for you to have, and you're drinking for the wrong reason, right? Drinking, anything that we do that will alter our body, our mind, and our perception should be done to add either to our happiness, to add to our spiritual experience, to add to how good we feel, not to escape from, okay? So maybe I'm saying that because somebody here is using something as an escape rather than to add to their natural way of life, right? Okay? There's a need to deal with whatever you guys are telling yourselves cannot happen for you. Also, I'm getting the energy of somebody, and I feel like I brought this up in last week's reading. I need you to figure out how to talk to yourself better. I need you to figure out how to let what comes out of your mouth and your mind and your thoughts to you, it just needs to come across better, okay? Because I'm getting a lot of you guys, the reason why you're hard on other people and the reason why you're so, Spirit is just, my face just turned, I'm just looking at my face. I'm looking at how my face is feeling. Like, I feel like I'm frowning. So I'm just getting somebody, like, when you walk into a room, you just walked into the room and you walked in with a frown. It's like you walked in like something was wrong. And maybe that's not how it is. Remember, somebody's perceiving something that may not be what it seems. We're going to clarify, remember. So maybe some of you guys are being perceived as a narcissistic energy on that table. Some of you guys might be a narcissist. Narcs be narking everywhere. So guys, be careful of these narcissistic tendencies that maybe we have within ourselves. Also be careful with receiving energy from narcissistic people, okay? But what I am saying is that for some people, I feel like some of you are perceived as just bitter, as negative, as not forward thinking or moving, as resistant to other people's opinions, ideas, and perspectives, okay? And if that is you, I feel like Spirit is calling some of you guys out suddenly, or they're about to, so that you can change this behavior. Because something that you guys want, because if you look at the King of Swords and the Emperor and the Upright, these are two great energies. These are people that know how to delegate. These are people that know how to be organized. These are people that know when to be firm. They're tough but fair. These are people that are decisive people. These are people that know how to run companies. These are people that know how to run families, like in the Upright, okay? But both of these energies are in the reverse. Now, I'm going to jump on family really quick. I can't go without saying the Emperor and the King could be a father and a parent-child. Parent-child dynamics came up last week in the reading as well. So for you masculine energies, I feel like some of you guys who are having struggles in your life, and I mean these are physical males. Two things. I already brought up same-sex relationships. Maybe some of you males are in same-sex relationships. And to be honest, there could be somebody here that hasn't came out yet. Or this could be that someone's family doesn't know that they are living a life where they are, I don't know, somebody has a different lifestyle than their family knows about, is what I feel here. I do feel like there's something coming towards some of you guys with your family where you need to deal with that masculine energy in your life. Some of you guys have had maybe not the best past with your father. Maybe some of you were not raised by your father. But I feel like some of you guys are about to be faced suddenly. Could be to deal with maybe trauma from a parent. Maybe trauma that you're currently having with a parent. This could be for some of you guys, if your parent has been estranged from you, an opportunity for you and your parent to bring something together more cohesively. I can't go without saying that Emperor, we got to remember, has a chess piece in his hand, you guys. So I do feel like strategy is necessary. And it could be that somebody, Seven of Swords, might show up in the reading. Some of you guys may have been so strategic that you were either deceitful. Maybe this could be the energy of something that you were kind of like trying to work a strategy around somebody and it backfired on you. Or for some of you, it might be about to backfire. Now, because I brought up backfiring, we're talking about suddenly there's something hidden here. Some of you guys could be doing some, and I'm just going to be real with what I just heard. Somebody's doing some underhanded shit with something that got to do with your job. So you either stealing money from your job. You could be doing that through stealing time, right? Not clocking out for lunch and getting paid for the 30 minutes. This could be something like showing up late. There's something that someone is stealing from their job and someone is about to be faced with addressing that. Be faced with maybe karma that comes from that. Some of you guys, I just get, there's this energy of someone that either you know or that you're tied to, or it could be you. Someone is... Something about ignoring. I just heard ignoring the elephant in the room. So it's almost like somebody is doing something that they shouldn't be doing on their job. And I feel like more than this person who's doing it knows about it. The elephant in the room is like, ooh, I'm just waiting to get fired. Or I'm just waiting for them to call me out. I'm wondering if, like, I'm stealing time and I wonder if they did this. I did something here on a couple of little accounts. And, like, it's the energy of someone... So back in the day, I used to work in a call center when I lived in North Carolina, and I was a team lead, and some of my reps, we had this thing that we called cherry picking. It was like reps would only take calls that they knew they would get sales from, right? Cherry picking means, because technically any call that comes in on your line, you're supposed to take the call. We would have reps that would cherry pick calls that they would be able to sell products and services on. And when we got wind of that, and that would happen through listening to people's calls, we had to kind of like bring about disciplinary action. I don't know if that's exactly what's about to happen with some of you. I don't know why Spirit took me all the way back to before 2012 when I lived in North Carolina. But that story may resonate with you. It's like the energy of someone who's like, if you work somewhere and you are on the phone and there's call quality and you guys are being monitored and things like that. Some of you guys might be getting ready to get called into a room for maybe not the best call that you had. Some of you could get, reprimanded at work. Could be, like I said, cherry picking. You are flooding calls that are not bringing you any money in to other people. So we're not doing our job properly. So there's the energy of that. So some of you guys, if you're cutting corners in your job, that's just really what I can say. You're going to have to be careful with that because something might be about to come full circle back to you because of that. Okay. The Emperor. Why is this card here? 3 of Wands reverse. One more card for the Emperor. Fire as well. Queen of Swords reverse. She's the same queen that showed up last week in our reading. And she showed up in the reverse. Okay. Some of you guys are okay. So many things just came in. For a group of you, I need some of you to be okay with an apology that you will never get. You will never get. Some of you need to be okay with a closure that you'll never get. Some of you need to be okay with an answer that you'll never hear. And what I'm saying about that is that the element of control is more on the other energy, on the other person. It's like you cannot make somebody come and apologize to you. And what I feel is like for some of you, whatever is adverse to you right now, whether this be work, a person at work, a relationship, it's like the energy of someone like that person, like they know that they're doing me wrong. They know that they haven't given me a raise. They know this. They know what they said to me. They know that they hurt me. And it's like you're waiting for someone to come and address it. It's like, girl, sir, move on. Move on. So some of you guys might be held up in life. Maybe some of you are waiting to hear an apology from your parent that you will never hear. An apology from your child that you'll never hear, that you'll never get. I feel like the energy here is spirit is like, why are we waiting on that? Just move. Move anyways. You move. You forward move. If you're not getting what you need from a person, and this could be some of you that don't have boundaries with people. So is this spirit saying for some of you who are still hanging around with people, being tied closely to them, being attached with them in their energy, who you know these people have done things to you and you're still waiting on some type of recompense or restitution for something that they did or that they said to you, it's like you're going to be waiting. You're going to be waiting, okay? Also, I can say with this Queen of Swords, we got King and Queen of Swords. Remember, both of these guys showed up in the reading. So I'm telling you, whoever watched last week and it resonated, and it especially about relationship, if you're back again, your relationship is still on the table. It's still on the table, okay? King of Swords, Queen of Swords, okay? Both of you guys came out reverse again today, okay? So what I will say is that it's like the energy of waiting for someone outside of you to come and decide a matter between the two of you, okay? I feel myself sitting up in my seat now. I feel my shoulders sticking out. I'm getting this very big masculine energy that I'm feeling. And it's like, when this conversation happens between these two people, they're both showing up in the reverse. It's like you're lying. I'm detaching. Either you're bitter and you're cold and you are ignoring me. You're ghosting me with your energy. You talk down to me. Maybe you're demasculating me or things like that. And then it's like the energy of the communication being so off. And it's like, why are we even still here? Why are we even still here? Why are we continuing to do this? Why am I staying stuck in this thing that I know is going nowhere? Because we cannot forget this owl is on this King of Swords card. You got the wisdom. It's like you know better. You know better than to sit in what you're sitting in, but you're sitting in it. So why not get what you're getting? Why not? Why not? If you're choosing to sit in a dead-end marriage or a toxic marriage or a relationship that's not reciprocal, a relationship to where the communication dynamics are completely off. If every time I talk to you, you quickly get triggered, you think that something is an argument every time, you take something as rejection, and things go left every time. It's like, why are we still doing it? Why are we still doing it then? Okay. There is this energy. The Three of Wands does indicate waiting for your ships to come in, but it's in the reverse. So I do feel like whatever you guys are telling yourself, it's like, I'm waiting for this to happen, for this to happen. I'm waiting for this to happen, or for this to go down, or for this to transpire before I do this thing. No. I'm going to use my sister for this example. And I don't know if she's watching this video, but I'll make sure I call her and tell her that I put her in this reading today. I love her very much. Me and my sister talk a lot. And my sister and my mom would say very similar things when I was growing up. When their kids were young. Well, my mom would say it, but my sister, when her kids were small, she would say things like, I'll move to such and such when my kids get older, or when my kids are graduating, when they finish school, or I'll do this thing when my kids are, old enough to... And my mom would even say things like that, like, oh, when this happens, I'll do this. And it's like, why are we putting off living our life until a certain thing occurs? You get what I'm saying? Because the first thing is, if you're a person like me who has had a whole bunch of near-death experiences and has almost lost their life more than once, and you understand truly how precious life is, truly how you need to wake up every day literally like it's your last, because it could be. It's almost like To tell someone that you're going to wait to, go for your dream when your kids are like 18, when they graduate, it's like, how do you even know you guys are going to live that long? How do you even know that you're going to make it to that? So what I'm saying is like, what are you guys waiting to make a move on? Because I feel like your reason for waiting, I think you need to reevaluate your reason, okay? If your reasoning is I'm waiting to, to do this, to start this, to do that, I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy to do that, because it's like your ego is so big that you really think you're surefire set, right, to live that long. You don't know. You have no idea. And maybe I'm speaking about this with passion because I've had near-death experiences, and they were very scary. They were very terrible. I was very afraid in those moments. And it wasn't even like, I'll just be honest with you. My last near-death experience was 2020. 2020? 2021? I cannot remember. I think it was 2020. July of 2020. And I had a stroke. I had 3 strokes within 24 hours. And I literally thought I was going to lose my life. And so what I'm saying is that after that day, after me having my stroke and the series of events that happened right after me having my stroke, I knew I couldn't play with my life. Now, I'm saying these things in hindsight because I'm telling you now, like, yo, just get out of it. I was that person. And maybe I'm speaking with the oomph that I'm speaking with today because I don't want you guys to be like me. I don't want you to wait so long to get out of something. I don't want you to wait forever to alter your course or to alter your path. Why? Because I was faced with a day where my life could have ended because I was waiting. Because I was waiting to find out. Like, I'm going to just let God show me one more time that's what I'm really supposed to be doing. Boom. Hit the floor. Flat. Okay, live or die. In the morning, you got to have brain surgery, Christy. Right? We got to go take you to a hospital. We're going to put you in an ambulance. We're going to roll you to another hospital in downtown Atlanta. And in the morning, you're going to have brain surgery because you might die. Okay? After that, after coming out of that, after walking out 3 days later with not even a twist in my face, without even anything, I'm not playing with my life. People not going to play with me about my life either. Some of you guys, maybe you find yourself playing with yourself about your life. Some of you guys are letting other people play with you about your life. Like, for example, some of you guys might be in a relationship and you keep letting your person disrespect you and you're not doing anything about it. You're still giving them access to you. Maybe you're still having sex with them. Maybe you're still doing things for people that are not reciprocal. Some of you guys are in jobs to where they ask you to stay late, but they're not paying you what you deserve. You're overworked and you're underpaid, but you're allowing these things to happen to you. And it's so funny because this could be a job that tomorrow the job could go belly up and you could not have a job, and then what? You gave all of your time, all of your life to this job, and then boom. Okay? I am saying that to say, for those of you who are not moving on what you have sought wisdom on, what you already know, what you know better than, and you're still in it and you're still there, don't be crying, don't be sulking, don't be pouting when you get what you get. It's karmic balance. Energy is not created or destroyed, only transferred. Your life is where you put your life. Your life, the way that it's functioning right now, has more to do with you than anyone else, right? So I'm going to go back. Yeah, maybe they are doing that thing to you, but why are you still there? You're the one not leaving. You're the one not leaving. Yeah, that's happening to you, but why are you still participating in it, right? Why don't you just get up and leave? You go to the family dinner. I bring this up all the time. You go to Sunday dinner at your family's house knowing that these people are going to be gossiping about God knows who, maybe each other. Maybe you guys are going to have fights. Maybe you're going to bring up that traumatic thing from the childhood again. And every Sunday you go over there to get that plate of food and you leave feeling horrible about yourself. Stop going to that family dinner, right? Make up something. And some of you guys are not at this place of boldness to where you can say the thing and stand firm on it. Remember last week we talked about standing on business. Then you got to start somewhere, right? Go get the plate of food and say, hey, you know what? I got a date tonight. I got to go home and get ready for my date. Can't stay with you guys today. You make up something, right? I have a project that I got to work on. I got to Zoom with a client later and I got to get back home. If you guys are not at the place to where you can really stand firm and say, you know what, the reason why I don't want to come over is because when I come over there, I kind of get triggered a lot. I don't like the things that you say. I don't like how you guys talk about people when they're not there. If you're not ready to say that, then you need to do something. Fake it till you make it, i.e. Some of you guys are needing to do that. King of Swords, King of Wands reverse, another king. So this is another masculine energy showing up in this reading in the reverse, right? So these are two of the kings that are comprised in the four kings that are the emperor. This is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy again. So heavy fire in this reading today, guys. Three of Wands, we got the emperor, we got the King of Wands now. In the reverse, all in the reverse, okay? Some of you are just uninspired. You feel like your creativity, it's like, if you're a writer, it's like having writer's block. If you're a songwriter, it's like, you sit down to write the songs and it's just like, it's just not coming through. Or you've already written the song, but now when you sing it, it doesn't feel the same. You don't feel inspired. What you do for work, you're not inspired by. Now, some of you guys are doing a 9 to 5 and you are a creative. So there's a person working, maybe one of you or more of you. It's like you work a 9 to 5, but you are a creative. Meaning that your 9 to 5 does make you money. And it is something that you could do. But something that will take your life to a whole other level and that will grow you more than anything that you've ever done is you taking a path into the unknown to that creative space, okay? Now, some of you guys with this creative space energy. So again, creative space jobs, right? Artists. Musicians, people who, influencers, people who are hairstylists, trainers, masseuses, people who don't do conventional things, okay? It's creative. It's like whatever you do, it has to do with creativity. It has to do with creating something and bringing creative balance to your life. So I do feel like for a lot of you guys, there's no creative balance in your life. So maybe this is spirit saying, hey, if we can't in the immediate get out of whatever this is, you need to do something to balance your energy. So some of you guys, it could be just plain old like you work so much and you work so many hours, you need to go have fun. Take yourself out to dinner. Go get dressed up, get beautiful, get handsome, put some nice clothes on, start smelling good. Take yourself out and do something. I'm getting this huge imbalance on like lifestyle right here, okay? So the other thing is for some of you guys, because I do see somebody's here is in a marriage, is in a relationship. It's like you're real top heavy on the career side, but I don't know if you're really paying attention to as many things that have to do with your spouse or your wife or your husband or your boo or your kids. So balance that, guys. Figure out how to balance that. Now, also, I'm just getting the energy, and this is very Pacific. Me catching myself say Pacific, I'm just going to be real with y'all. Because I'm very funny when it comes to words. It's almost a pet peeve of mine. Now, I'm going to try to... I don't know why this is coming in. I feel like this is very specific. There's somebody in this reading. It's like the way you communicate is very heavily in ebonics and slang. And like... It's like very loose vocabulary. I feel like the reason why I'm bringing that up is because for some of you guys, two things. For some of you guys, maybe some of you are in an area of your life to where you are trying to step into the corporate world, okay? And your communication needs to be worked on. Your vocabulary needs to be worked on. Maybe some of you guys could be influencers. I am getting this energy to where we really need to work on how we form our sentences, how we form our words. Or maybe this could be the universe saying, hey, I'm about to put you in the room with a whole lot of intellectual people, a whole lot of people who are wordsmiths, a whole lot of people who are fast forward and progressive moving people, a whole lot of people that might take you to the next level in business, but you got to work on how you communicate, okay? So for some of you guys, if you speak very loosely, or if you work in a business setting, but you're not using a lot of business terms, then maybe this is spirit saying there's attention to that's needed. So I'm going to go back to the creatives. Whatever you guys can do to balance out your creative space in your life, do it, okay? For some of you guys from the smallest level, this could be literally just, maybe you do go to work every day and maybe you like what you do. I'm not trying to be funny. I don't think there's anybody watching this reading right now that works a job and you love what you do. I don't feel it. I'm not saying that none of you guys don't like the people. I'm just saying the career that you're in and the way on the current path with the current people, with the current managers at the current place that you work, y'all not happy. I see it. It's just not there. So what I'm saying is that you're going to have to do something to balance that out. If you can't immediately step away from this thing or take another path right now, I am saying you need to do something to balance that energy out, right? So either you're going to have to go in it every day and you're going to have to change your mindset. You're going to have to change your mind how you talk to yourself about it, okay? If you're going to stay there, because it's not working. However, whatever you're doing right now is just not working for what you're trying to, more wands, what you're trying to get. 9 of Wands reversed. Woo. Putting all of this effort in trying to get a thing going. Putting all of it's like running yourself to death. It's like running in circles and never getting to the destination, okay? So in relationships, this thing keeps happening over and over and over. The way we communicate, the fights that we keep having, the disagreements, the issues that keep happening. It's like we go over and over, and it's like the energy of somebody's like, I'm tired of continuing to do this way. If this is work, if every week you go in and then the work meetings are the same and nothing ever changes and they're not listening to your ideas and we're not moving forward and our numbers are lower than they were last week, it's the energy of like, you're running yourself to death for what? For what? This is almost like wanting to give up on something, okay? Now, for some of you guys, I will flip it back again. Remember, I'm giving so many puzzle pieces. I don't know how many of you guys I'm talking to today, but put it where it fits. Some of you guys keep putting this little dream that you've just been waiting to happen. It's like you got a dream. And I just heard Langston Hughes, A Dream Deferred. I don't even know if Langston Hughes really wrote that poem. I just heard Langston Hughes, I think he's a poet, A Dream Deferred. He really might have written that. But some of you guys got a dream deferred that you just been, I don't know why, just like my mom and my sister I was talking about earlier. You're deferring your dreams. And for what? And for who? So maybe some of you guys are doing it for your kids, but I'm going to tell you now, it's the reason it's not good enough. Because whatever you are postponing could be done with your kids at the age that they are now. And for even some of you guys, if your kids watched you do it, do you understand the level that they would go to? Do you understand that you might show your child how to be a business person? Show your child strategy and business strategy by doing whatever you are doing right in front of them. And the reason why I'm bringing that up, because that's kind of traditional belief. So maybe I just saw the Hierophant card. It might show up in this reading today, which is the sign of a Taurus. And I already brought up the Taurus in this reading. But I'm getting this energy of very traditional beliefs. So again, that whole, I'm going to wait till my kids get older. It's almost like, why were we ever conditioned to believe as adults that we couldn't live our lives till our children got older? That belief was put on us, right? I was listening to Napoleon Hill this morning while I was outside meditating on the balcony. Profound person, profound man. And if you guys listen to his videos on YouTube, like his words are just, it's like his words just speak volume. And there was this quote this morning that he was saying, and I don't want to say it wrong, but there's this, he said something, and I'm going to paraphrase. Your identity, it's like you did not come to this world with an identity. You formed it through repeated choices. And because you created it, you have the power to destroy it. Okay? Some of you guys have told yourself that you can't do a certain thing in life until a certain thing happens. Some of you guys have told yourself, oh my God, I'm 35. I don't have any kids. My biological clock is ticking. Da, 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 da. It's like some of you guys have put these beliefs on yourself, again, that were never true. The moon. We're going to clarify this card in a second. And so be careful of running around the mulberry bush of life, telling yourself that I'm making the right choice and decision by waiting to do this because of this. I'm making the right choice and decision to wait on this opportunity because of this. It ain't good enough. It ain't good enough. It ain't good enough. And I the funny thing about this, because I'm reading your soul, I'm reading what your nervous system is telling me, okay? So this is like people who act like, and out loud you say, oh, I love where I work. I like the money that I make. I like this and I like that. But behind the scenes, it's a lie. Everybody in this reading is in the reverse. Everybody. There's nobody in the upright yet. There's no person. Emperor is in the reverse. King of Swords is in the reverse. King of Wands is in the reverse. Queen of Swords is in the reverse. Reverse. Some of you guys, your belief system is causing you to go backward instead of forward. So I'm just saying, cut the belief cord. Some shit you believe, it was never it. Maybe something that you're telling yourself about a person that you're with, it ain't that, it was never it. Maybe you're telling yourself, oh, they're not doing this or they're not doing that, but they are, right? I'm just getting heavily, there's somebody ignoring something. I want to see what it is. The moon is what's hidden. Let's talk about what's hidden in this reading. Spirit, why is the moon card here? What I love about this reading today is I think Spirit is getting to this place with a lot of us, especially at the age we are, because right now I feel like, especially today, I got more middle-aged people that are going to be watching that reading. So I'm going to say from 35 maybe to 55 watching this reading, which means we're too damn old to be letting people, letting situations keep us from doing and getting anything. And that means even our own selves. The moon, why is this here? You want to read this card? Do we see what it says? It's the Emperor in the reverse. Again, the same card in another deck. Redefined. So, again, some of you guys are telling yourself that this job ain't shitty. Some of you telling yourself that, you know, this is where I'm supposed to be. You know it's not. And if you come up a little bit up out of this water, out of your feelings and out of your emotions, because in the tarot, water symbolizes emotions, how we feel about a thing. So you sow in your feelings about what's going on at your job that you can't see what's really going on. Because up here is the black and white. That's the facts, okay? Some of you need to face the facts about your job. Some of you need to face the facts. So if you don't have a job, the reason why you don't have one is you. I don't care what you're telling yourself, and I'm not being hard on any one of you. I'm coming to you guys with the energy that I had from those days when I left the hospital when I had the stroke. And in those days, and I still have it now, there was this relentless energy that I had within me to where I'm not letting anything or anyone delay me from my purpose. I don't give a fuck who you are. And I didn't mean to say the F word, but it just came out, so I said it. Okay. Whatever you are lying to yourself about when it comes to your job, Spirit is about to make you face it. Now, for some of you guys, because of all of these major players, there's 2 emperors now. There's a king, there's 2 kings, and then there's a queen on the table. What I can say is part of what might happen is the organization itself, your job, might shift to where you're going to be out of there. Meaning, let's just say, for some of you guys, that Spirit has been calling you to go take another career path, start that creative thing, start that other business that you want to start, you know, take your side hustle and turn it to your main check. You right now are the ones that I am talking to. Spirit is about to cause something to happen on your job to where you have no choice. And I've seen a lot of companies, especially recently, kind of like downsize. And when they downsize, they fired all these people. They fired all these people. And some of you guys might get caught up in something like that. It's like, the universe is going to shift to get you to where you want, because some of you guys are telling God 2 different things. Some of you, again, and I said it last week, out of your mouth you're saying, this job is not as bad as I think it is. It does make me a lot of money. But when you lay down and you go to sleep at night, you're like, God, I hate those fucking people. I just said the F word again. Somebody here uses the F word a lot. Because if you guys watch me, I don't really like say the F word a lot in my reading. Like, I say it a lot in my life, but not on my readings. So, there's somebody, maybe it's one of your spirits. There's somebody that drops the F-bomb a lot. But what I will say is that Spirit is about to get you to your intended path by any means necessary. Okay? By any means necessary. You remember that chess piece in this Emperor card? By any means necessary. Some of you guys might be a fan of Prince. I just saw this thing right here. Isn't this thing from I'm not a Prince fan. But somebody might resonate with the Prince, the artist. Your name could be Prince. I am getting this energy of, so what you are waiting on is waiting on you. What you are looking for is looking for you. Remember, God is not a jack in the box. So some of you guys are going back and forth, in and out of, should I not? Should I walk away? Should I not? Should I ask for the raise? Should I not? Should I apply for the position? Should I not? Should I start the business or should I not? It's been a whole lot of teeter-tottering, and I'm telling you right now, the universe suddenly may be about to cause something to happen where you have no choice but to choose. Okay? Whatever that might be. Do you remember when I just said the Hierophant card? I'm seeing the Hierophant card. A kaboom. Don't play with me about my reading. Kaboom. That's the Hierophant card. It came out in the reverse. And you remember earlier, the Hierophant is a traditional energy, traditional belief systems, what we've always learned, what we've always told ourselves, what we've always adapted to, the belief that we've adapted to about a thing, marriages and relationships are supposed to be this way. I'm going to wait till my kids get older to live my life. I got to start here before I can go here to go there to go there. Okay. This is in the reverse. So I feel like there is a need to unlearn. And I just literally heard some of your stinking thinking. Okay. Some of what you have believed, I said it last week, it's not going to work for where you're going, okay? So this is a need to lose those traditional beliefs. The Hierophant is also a spiritual teacher. There could be a teacher in this reading. There could be a healer, someone that is of the spiritual occult. There could be a pastor. There could be anybody that does any type of spiritual teaching. Also, the Hierophant does signify higher levels of institution, marriages, divorces. This is in the reverse. There is a couple here in the reverse. King of Swords, Queen of Swords. We can't forget about those two. So for some of you guys, you are in a marriage and you are on it's like you're at the ledge of a divorce. You know you are. I don't know what you're waiting for. You know you are. There's a divorce. It's like, why are we waiting on? And this divorce could be due to a third party situation, because there are a lot of males on here in this reading. So what I will say is for some of y'all, there needs to be balance, because there's not enough feminine energy in this reading today. So I know that you guys are off balance, which means that we're maybe making a lot of decisions. Maybe they're impulsive. Maybe we're making a lot of sudden harsh comments with people. Maybe we're handling things impulsively and suddenly. Maybe we are not delegating the best way that we could. Maybe we are not communicating in the best way that we could. Maybe we're just focused on work. That's that masculine energy. Maybe we're hugely guarded in so many areas of our life, which probably provides or adds to resistance that we're having with people, because we're so guarded, we're so rigid, right? Guarded, rigid, it could be the same thing. There's this need for balance, okay? The other thing is if you are women in this reading, I do feel like you are not in your feminine energy, meaning maybe we have some single women. Maybe have some single mothers here, because I'm getting if you are a physical woman, you are being, there's this energy of the way that your life is played out, you've pretty much had to be the masculine energy, right? The protector, the provider, the action taker, the person that does all the work, but you also got to come home and you got to cook. So I'm getting there's some women here who have had a life maybe of having to play that male role also in a way in their life, because they're single moms or single parents. And this is whether you left your person, weren't with your person, or you lost your person due to death or anything like that. However, there's a need to balance that. And for a lot of you women who are either looking to date, are dating, or in a relationship currently, or a marriage currently, your person perceives you as very masculine, sis. You're being perceived as very masculine. So there's a need to kind of drop that masculinity a little bit, because I do, and this is what I mean, for the right room. Some women, maybe there's a need for you to feel maybe more masculine in a situation, right? Masculine people, or when it comes to masculine energies, very decisive, very taking action, not allowing our feelings and our emotions to be too enthralled or raveled up into the decisions that we're making, right? So sometimes there's a need is all I'm saying. And some of you guys, I just see this imbalance of feminine and masculine. Okay, figure that out. Gonna go back to the same sex oriented people that are watching this reading. Become feminine and masculine balance. Be whatever you want to be. Stand up in this world however you want to stand up. You guys already know. I am so for anybody living their truth. So for it, right? I just want you guys to just get to this place to where you understand that kind of some of these narratives that we've strung together for ourselves, right? Some of these narratives are just not... they're just not serving us anymore. And only you guys know what you need to drop. And I feel like some of you guys hear this. Some of you guys have people in your life that are telling Mom, you always da-da-da-da-da. You're always saying this way. Or Dad, you're always doing this way. Or husband or wife, this is always happening with us. It's like some of you guys are fully aware of your issue, fully aware of the challenge that you have that you need to address, because so many people have probably said it to you. You're being resistant. You're acting like, I'm not doing that. That's not what it is. I'm not a narcissist. But if so many people keep saying a certain thing to you, the growth will happen is if you choose to take the harder path. You guys remember we talked about two roads, the road not taken last week. When it comes to these paths, we have to, stumbling with my words again. If we have a choice between two options, take the harder option, because that's the one that's going to grow you the most. That's the one that is going to push you to levels of yourself that maybe you never would have reached had you not taken the harder path. So maybe some of you guys that are stuck in these dead-end careers, dead-end relationships, dead-end jobs, dead-end dynamics, dead-end belief systems, maybe that's your comfort zone, right? Maybe you're like, oh, this is the easier road. I know what it's like. It's comfortable for me. However, in your daydreaming, and maybe your talks to your bestie or your talks to your person and your talks with God, they're hearing something else. They're like, she's really inspired when she talks about that area. She gets really inspired when she talks about music. He or she gets really inspired when they start to tell me about how, they were painting that picture the other day. He or she was very inspired when she was telling me about that client's hair that she braided the other day. I'm telling you, for some of you guys, there's a creative path that's calling you. Now, for some of you, I do feel like, and I said this last week's reading as well, family dynamics. So some of you guys maybe were raised with traditional beliefs or by very traditional parents, maybe very rigid parents. And maybe you have parents that were like, artists are never going to make any money, right? Singers are never going to make any money. That's a dead-end job. You'll be chasing that forever. There could be people in your path and that have been in your way, maybe your entire life, that you've allowed their voice to be your deciding factor as to why you will or won't do it. It's totally up to you if you want to keep feeding that narrative. But what I say to you guys today is that you're going to miss the mark. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. A lot of you guys are missing the mark right now, and you know it. You're missing opportunities. You're waiting for something to happen before you do something else. Also, back in the ancestors just reminded me. I used to hear a lot when people would talk about church, because I used to go to church for a huge part of my life. I was raised in the Christian church. My entire family to this day, like, they're very religious. And there was this saying, when people that didn't come to church that much, or they didn't come to church at all, they would be like, I'm going to wait till I get my shit together to just start going to church. It's like, that is not the worst time, but you should go. Like, kind of like people would call church a hospital. You go to the hospital when you're sick, not when you're well. So for some of you guys, again, you're waiting to get yourself to a certain level before you start doing whatever it is. It's like, it's the opposite way. Like, don't do it that way. And that approach, I feel, is you're only gonna keep pattern, like making a pattern out of that. It's gonna become a pattern behavior, meaning, because energy can't be created or destroyed. And I'm just going to try to put this in small terms for you. If some of you guys are in a job right now and you haven't left it, but you know you want to, the job stresses you out, the people stresses you out. Again, got to take ibuprofen every day. People stress me out at the job. Things never go the way that I want. There's this energy of, you're just feeding that. So you're telling your inner energy, Christy is okay with waiting on her dreams. Christy is okay with staying in a low vibrational situation and waiting on her dreams. Christy is okay with getting devalued, overworked, underpaid, maybe disrespected, maybe not seen. She's okay with this. So since this is what she's typed to us, the computer system, right? Then she must want more of that in her life. So now when it comes to your relationship, it's taking for your relationship a lot longer to get to where it should be, because you've told your computer's programming that you're okay with waiting. You're okay with waiting for results. You're okay with not moving and staying low vibrational to wait on results. It's going to show up in your pockets as well, right? That check you were waiting on is going to take a whole lot longer than it would have. Why? Because you've told your computer system that you're okay with waiting. You're okay with being devalued. You're okay with not getting what you're supposed to get when you're supposed to get it. So I say no more. And I've said this before. The longer that you continue to feed the beast of lack, the beast of low self-esteem and low self-confidence, as long as you continue to feed that beast of, this is what they did to me, right? Yes, they did what they did to you, but healing is your responsibility. Until you Stop feeding these beasts. You're going to get what you get. And it's not, again, to be rude or hard on any of you guys, but there is no accountability when you're sitting here saying your life is going a certain way. And it's like, whose life is it? Whose life is this? If your life is jacked up, I mean, it's me. I'm the problem. Raise your finger. It's you. There's no one else that has your life jacked up but you. Okay, and what you've allowed other people to do, what you didn't have boundaries with and allowed them to do, what you didn't say when you should have said, what you allowed to transpire that shouldn't have transpired, the people that you should have checked that you didn't. Like, they're gonna get you every time, and then you can come to this place of like, woe is me. No, you are you. You are the woe that is you. Okay, so guys, I want you to focus the rest of this year on yourself. Focus yourself on really getting what you want. And you can't get what you want until you start giving yourself what you want, like right now. Right now. So how does that look on a day-to-day, Christy, right? You're saying all these things. They seem so easy. You're just blurting them out like they're nothing. I am not telling you guys that this is not going to be some challenging work that you have to do, but you will be so fulfilled if you do it. So what I'm saying is one thing that you could start doing is start giving yourself permission more, meaning permission to just walk away from the conversation that's negative and that's toxic. Permission to just take a day off and really set out. Maybe lay out, maybe write it out, maybe write the vision, make it plain, like set out what you want in life. This could be something as small as, I don't want to cook dinner tonight. Go take yourself to dinner. Go alone. Go alone. Stop being afraid to do things alone, guys. Go alone. Do something for yourself. You've worked hard. You've achieved an accomplishment at work. Go buy that thing that you wanted to buy, right? Take yourself somewhere. Give yourself permission, because this is so funny. I'm going to bring this up because this is from like an ex that I dated one time. And this guy was he was a workaholic, and he worked all the time. And however, there was this side of this person that was just very playful, very down to earth, very like childlike, right? This person was very in touch with their inner child on one level. But he would always tell me, like, I really want to go buy a PlayStation, but I would feel shitty if I do it. And I would just feel bad if I bought this PlayStation, or I feel bad when I'm just playing the game because I feel like I'm a man. I should be working. And I just would have it explained to him. Like, sometimes you need balance. Sometimes you sitting and playing the game for 2 hours is going to inspire you to do that work better. Because you're just in the zone. I'm assuming when you guys, I must be some gamers here. There could be someone here that has been thinking about buying a gaming system, and maybe you think that you're too old, and maybe that's why I'm saying what I'm saying and bringing up this past person. Could be this past person watching the video. I do not know. But what I will say is like, he wouldn't give himself permission. And even when he bought one, his kids had one. And even when he bought one, he would just be like, I just want to go in there and play. And I'm like, go have fun, go play. But he wouldn't let himself do it. And he struggled with that. And I saw that minor mind struggle that he would have, and it was almost like he wouldn't give himself permission to just play a video game. So what I am saying is maybe some of you guys think like that. Maybe you're like, I'm a man, I should be working hard and providing, and I shouldn't just be jumping on a motorcycle to go take a ride, or I shouldn't go, again, play the game. I shouldn't go and play basketball this weekend. I need to be working. I need to be, you know what I'm saying? Give yourselves permission, guys, to do something that is out of your comfort zone, especially maybe things that help you tap into your inner child. Because of all this masculinity, I'm getting a need for femininity, meaning emotion, loving what we do, feeling loved, feeling supported. And sometimes when we don't have that around us, because for some of you guys, everybody around you got shit going on, so they really can't add to your life. They can't really provide anything for your life right now. So stop looking for solace, happiness, and joy outside of you. I'm saying there's these little things that you can do to tap into your inner child, okay? You guys see this picture right here. I've told you guys before, that's a baby picture of me. I'll bring it to you. It's a baby picture of me. Inner child project. Put a baby picture of you near you, somewhere. Keep it somewhere where you can see it. And when you start to get hard on yourself, and you start to tell yourself things like, all of the things that we do, right, to come down on us, Look at yourself. I will bring baby me out, and I'm just like, she really thinks that everything that I'm doing is amazing. She thinks that I'm right where I'm supposed to be. She believes that I am a lot further than I was 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. She remembers the conversations that I had and that we had when I was 5 and when I was 10 and when I was 12. She sees how I'm living now, and she's so proud of me. I have to tell myself these things. So, guys, for some of you guys, suddenly, I do feel like the universe is about to cause a shift in your life to where you have no choice but to run back to you, to where you have no choice but to choose yourself, to where you have no choice but to put all of your time, all of your efforts, all of your energy to making sure that you are the most fulfilled, that you are putting out into this world effective energy. Because somebody that's a workaholic and somebody that doesn't like what they do, and somebody that's in a job to where they don't like the people, and then your relationship is bad and you don't have good communication, I'm gonna be honest with you, you're not a very good energy to be around. You're not. I don't know whether you believe that about yourself or not. Like, people like me, because I hang around, most of the people that I hang around are either psychics and mediums, like they're spiritual people. All of my people pick up on people quick. So people who are like this, I want you to know that people pick up how bitter you are. It's like they hear it in your conversations. They hear it with the words that you say. They hear it with the little negative things that you say. Whether it be about your work, whether it be about your day, whether it be about your family. Some of you guys, when you have conversations with people right now, people are reading you for the gods. I'm telling you, you're getting read in ways that you do not even understand. So what I am saying is that, what do you want today? And I feel like suddenly today, after watching this reading, choose at least one thing. Choose at least one thing that you no longer are going to participate in, no longer going to do. Like, for example, maybe like a few minutes ago, I told myself, I was like, I'm not drinking alcohol anymore. Like, I'm not. I'm just not. I haven't drank alcohol in a few months. I'm just not drinking alcohol anymore. First of all, I never really liked you people who like the taste of alcohol. I just don't believe that anyone likes the taste of it. I feel like the effect of alcohol is like what people, like the dopamine hit, right? It's putting you in the feels. It makes you warm. It makes you kind of like more happy, more vibrant, more flowy. Okay. However, I stopped drinking it because I never really liked the taste of it at all. I'm bubbly no matter. I'm a bubbly person anyway. I don't need alcohol for this. And then I had to just have a conversation with myself. And I'm just like, Christy, do you really like the taste of it? Like, no, I don't. I really don't like the taste of alcohol. And I had to tell myself, okay, let's just stop. Let's just stop. Another thing I stopped doing, and these, I'm telling you, I'm just saying maybe these examples because these are where you could start. Start somewhere. Certain fast food restaurants. First of all, I'm a chef. You guys know that. I don't even really like to eat most fast food places at all. And if there's certain ones that I eat, it's only because I like maybe their fries or their this. McDonald's, completely off my list. Stop eating at them totally. I haven't eaten at McDonald's. I can't remember how long. I don't eat there. I'm a pescatarian, and I love seafood. So Captain D's would be my fast food seafood spot to go to. Stop going there. I told myself maybe like a month ago, like, we are not coming to this place anymore. Not that I had a bad experience. I'm just like, this greasy aftertaste of this. It wasn't the best. So like, make sure when you guys keep getting these dopamine hits, and I mean the things that we do quickly. Some of you guys have sex with other people, and it's a dopamine hit for you. It's like that instant gratification. Fast food restaurants are instant gratification when it comes to eating, because it's like, how did you just make this food in 5 minutes? Like, that's first of all. It's like, you guys have to understand, especially when it comes to fast food and things. I don't want to go down that path right now, but I'm just saying, like, they're making your food in 5 minutes. You get that? Like, what is in it that makes it cook that fast? Have you ever cooked a whole meal at home in 5 minutes? But they're doing that with your food. So just with that little piece, like, see that for what it is. Certain things in your life, take them off the plate, like, immediately. And again, for some of you guys, you might not be able to take the things that you really love or that you really maybe are addicted to or that are your vices right now. I'm not saying that. Maybe you can't just stop, completely arguing with your person the way that you argue. But what you can do is kind of like, all right, when I feel me and my person are about to have an argument, I'm going to slow down and I'm going to breathe. And I'm going to tell themselves before I even feel the argument coming, like, I'm going to take a few minutes. Okay? Do something, because I'm just getting the way that we've been doing things, it's not working. Some of you guys are just waiting again on outcomes to happen without any action, without you deciding. It's almost like, I need someone to come in and show me the video of my person cheating for me to walk away from them. But you know that they're doing it already. I need tangible proof that my husband or wife is gambling and spending all of our money on this, and that before I leave them and before I walk away from them. But you've been spending months with them just leaving and not showing up, and they're not coming home at night, and they're doing all of these things, and you've been expecting and this and this and that. Some of you guys are waiting for something to be shown to you, and I feel like Spirit is like, nope, you're just going to be waiting then. You're going to be waiting because I told you to leave. I told you to move. I told you to go about your business. I told you to walk away from that situation. So I'm going to have you waiting, and you're just going to be waiting. Okay? So, again, you guys have a choice to alter your course today. Will you? That's totally up to you. I'm going to take one card for the advice for this week. It flipped immediately over. Temperance reverse. And we're going to go back. This is a card of balance. Sagittarius energy. You guys might have a Sagittarius in your energy, or something may be coming towards you in Sagittarius season. And this card, it indicates balance, right? You see the cup, one cup pouring into the other cup. This is in the reverse, okay? So, temperance for this week. There's going to be a lot of situations that's going to make your temperature go up and down and up and down. Meaning, people going to make you crash out. Or situations might have the propensity to make you crash out. Wild out on this person and that person. There could be a lot of arguments or fight. There could be a lot of conflicts at work. There could be a lot of things that are coming into your energetic space that are going to make you a little heated. They're going to cause all the trauma responses, right? The trauma responses are the things that happen to us when we feel something coming towards us, whether it be an argument or whether it be a fight or whether it be sadness or guilt or shame, right? What is it? Like, does your nose start to sweat? Does your lips start to sweat? Do you start to twitch your knee? Do you start to get butterflies in your stomach? Do you start to get hot flashes? That's coming towards y'all this week, okay? For a lot of you guys, it's coming in work. It's coming at work, right? We started out heavily with work energy here. And so some of you guys, I am saying when I started talking about the overarching energy, which was suddenly, some of you guys might be put into a situation soon, it could be this week or in the very near future, to where you're not going to have a choice to unsee the behavior, what was said, what was done, for you to be able to really make this choice and decision. Now, I will say this. For some of you guys, I don't know why it's even going to take this for it to happen, because the moment that it happens, this will be like the 11th time that it happened. I'm so sorry. That is not funny. But some of y'all have been going through things like 11 times is just what I heard. So it's going to happen again this week. So this is what I know. Whatever this is that's coming towards you, it's something that you already had a whiff of. It's something that you already had an inkling of that was coming. It's something that you already knew about. It's already been happening. It's the same thing that's been happening. And it's going to happen again this week. And the Spirit is going to be like, okay, do you need another time for it to happen, for you to walk away, or for you to end this behavior, or for you to change your mindset about it, or for you to stop doing it that way, or stop thinking about it that way? What are these things, guys? What are these things? What needs to be uncovered in your life? I would be remiss if I didn't bring up this creative person. And again, for that, this creative person has shown up in the reading last week and this week. I will say this, whoever is waiting on this dream, and this dream is a magnificent dream, the longer you keep waiting to take action, the longer you keep telling yourself, it's the money, it's the resources, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have a car, I don't have this. If you got a phone, that's a business. You can start your business with your phone. If you have any type of talent, abilities, or gifts, and the Spirit is showing me hands, so whatever you can do with your hands, do it. So I have my hands that can do it, and I have a phone. So is that Spirit saying, record what I'm doing? And these are specifically the people that I'm talking to that keep making excuses as to why you're not doing something, okay? Something about a phone. So if some of you got a phone, Spirit is like, take that phone and start that business with that phone, right? I feel like for a lot of you, this literally can be influencing, so like social media. This could be also kind of like teaching courses or classes online. Some of you guys, because the teacher did show up in this reading, remember? This could be offering your services online. This could be consulting. This could be whatever this is. Some of you guys have talents, gifts, and abilities, and they're kind of like sitting on simmer. They sitting on simmer. And some of you guys know that it's time for that pot to start boiling, okay? So, lovely little bodies, these are the messages that I have for you. I hope that all of you guys really start to go get what you want. I hope that it doesn't take a sudden, like me, life-death experience to cause you to get your shit together and snap out of it and stop letting life run you, and you start to take charge of your life. Unfortunately, that's just the way that it happened for me. I'm grateful now that I'm on the other side of it and that I still have my life, that it happened. But after it happened to me, there was no way that I wasn't going to do this. There was no way that I was going to keep allowing this to happen. So I will say to you, choose you. All right? I love every single one of you. If you need a reading from me, reach out. Go and chase your dreams, and don't you dare let anyone tell you that you can't be this or that you can't be that. Don't let anyone tell you who you are. Okay? I love you. Have a really good day.